You're live? We're live.
Yes.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the BioDevils podcast. Today we have a special guest here, Sonic Kick.
Hello.
And then, of course, we have Brandon, Kevin, and James. James wants to go
Hello.
get something really quick. And we might be joined by my friend Nate Talks to You later today. Possibly, I don't know. And then Koss might drop in, maybe. But until then, just
Cut yourself out there, Dom.
Yes.
that nano machine yogurt. All right. So, that being taken care of,
Yes.
we've got a number of things to talk about today. So we have, Pokken being announced for a worldwide release. We got Capcom's TGS lineup and what we potentially think might be announced from Capcom specifically, and a vast number of other topics. So I think we should start off with Pokken. Maybe?
Yes.
And let me just get the article up and ready really quick. Until then, yep, there we go. So does anybody know what Pokken is outside of myself and maybe a few others here?
I somewhat know. I haven't been following it because I wasn't interested that much.
Mhm.
I know it's like a Tekken style Pokemon game that you legitimately fight rather than just being like a Tekken clone and stuff.
Yep.
Correct. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, like seeing Pikachu doing the Heihachi spin.
Yep. Yeah. I'm glad. I don't have a Wii U, but this is one of the few games I would want on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you know, as far as I'm aware, it's just hey, we wanted to do something different with Pokemon, so here you go. And this is probably one of the greatest ideas ever.
I remember there was like a fan fighting game for Pokemon once. I don't remember what it was called, but it had like some of it kind of reminded me because like it had some of the same characters that were shown in the trailer, like Gengar, Gardevoir, and etc. I think like Machamp, or was it Machamp, whatever it was. But I like when I saw that, I was like, oh, sweet! This is official Pokemon fighting game. So get hyped,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. And I don't know how big the roster is because I wouldn't assume that they have every single monster because there's
Hell
like
no.
500 monsters or over 500 monsters that you can catch in these games. So I'm thinking what they're gonna do is just take if they haven't already
Popular ones.
take the most popular ones and then maybe get some DLC ones later down the line.
Cause I remember do you guys play much Pokemon or?
I played
Uh,
Pokemon. Yeah.
No, I used to watch the cartoons, but they suck now. Sorry.
I played the Game Boy one, the silver, gold and silver.
Cause I'm playing through Gen 5 right now, and I played my first Pokemon game was Gen 4. And like the maximum Pokemon there was 493, and since then there's been Gen 5. There's been 3 generations, so they got a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already played through Alpha Sapphire. I enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed the original.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm aware, there's like a little over 700 that you can catch because of X and Y, all the monsters you can get in that game in particular that were new. So it'd be interesting to see what they bring in as far as like new ones. But what they do have is like, hey, here's Lucario, here's Charizard, here's Pikachu in a luchador costume, things like that. It's pretty cool to see.
Well, it'd be cool. I honestly think we should have Sceptile in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah.
Do they have Greninja?
Who?
Greninja,
Greninja?
that's the new starter from Y.
It's
He was
that
also
Ninja Frog thing?
he was in Smash Brothers.
Ah,
Oh,
that might
really?
explain why. I thought he would have been a good, like, Yosuke-ish kind of character, like a speedster.
I can see where you're coming from there, especially the ninja part of him.
Yeah. That's actually that's what I picked for my starter and why actually was Froakie, because I was gonna pick the fire one at first, but then I was like, nah, it doesn't look cool. I see that my monster will become a ninja, so I'm just gonna go with the water one then.
Then again, I think Sakurai will find some way to get into development and then nerf Greninja if he ever showed up in Pokken Tournament.
Mhm. And I mean, as far as like this goes, I don't know. I've only seen like the one trailer for the Japanese trailer way back when, but as far as that goes, it's like I'm not really into fighting games, but I'm interested to try this out. And apparently, since this plays like Tekken, this should be a little bit up my alley because I used to like playing Tekken casually. So
Casual.
Pikachu.
It would make sense that Nintendo and Bandai Namco would be doing something like this, especially after the Wii U port of Tekken Tag 2, because that game basically had the Tag Tournament 2 on the Wii U had like a bunch of Nintendo costumes. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
the-
Namco and Nintendo have been working together a lot lately with Smash 4 and currently this one. And the Xeno games, which I think Namco sold Monolith and the Xeno name to Nintendo for some reason.
oh yeah, that is right.
Which this is a little side topic, which makes me wonder, will we see Cosmos and TLOs in Project X Zone 2?
Oh, for Namco. Oh, in terms of Namco, that'd be interesting. I would hope so. I mean, I like all the characters that I have in the first one,
Yeah.
and I like to see the reoccurring characters as well as some of the characters we haven't seen in like years, like Hibana from Nightshade. Like, holy hell! Like, thank you. Can we get a new Nightshade, please?
But there's one thing that they're forgetting: Bayonetta.
Agreed.
For
Yeah.
Smash or?
For Project Cross On.
Yeah, for Project Cross Zone.
Oh, I was just saying, because everyone's bitching about that for Smash. I don't personally don't feel that's gonna happen though.
Yeah, me too, because
She's not really kid-friendly character.
and she will be censored heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sakurai, he doesn't. He wants to basically he wants to show basically he doesn't want to over because why like people were requesting Ridley to be in Smash. And he was saying, no, I don't want this. This guy's going to have to be shortened. This guy's going to have his power. He's not going to be as powerful. He kind of wants it to somewhat fit. But, yeah, especially, they're going to have to, they either got to push the rating up if Bayonetta's in the game or just, or censor her. I can see someone like Shantae getting in. I do want Shantae in. That's
A lot of people want her to come in, yeah.
I can see her cutting in, especially because she's very marketable, very kid friendly. So
Our
yeah,
appearance says otherwise.
Well, they had Snake and Big Boss, depending on which costume you had in one of the games. So I guess they censored him too. I'm not too familiar with Smash, but if they can do that with Big Boss or Solid Snake. I'm not saying they can't do it with someone like Bayonetta or even Dante.
Don't take.
Oh, please no.
I can't believe they did that for PlayStation All-Stars. Hey, let's throw out the old characters, and then let's say fuck Legacy Dante, and let's give you the new one that no one likes. It should have been DMC1 Dante. That's what they should have did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The thing, and do you remember in the game, there's a skin for Dante that actually you don't get a classic Dante skin, but you get freaking old Virgil's coat for some reason.
Yeah, I was like, why? I don't even.
Also, you also get icons from the old characters from, I think, Lucia, OG Dante, OG Virgil, and Trish. I think Lady too.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Thanks
like,
for reminding me of the good characters that aren't in this game.
Could they, since this is like a Tekken style, just to kind of get us back on topic, because we kind of got off track there. Could they potentially do a Smash style Pokemon game? I mean, if they're doing a Tekken style one, I can see it potentially working out like that too.
Wait, a Smash? What do you mean by a Smash style Pokemon game? Because all I can think of is because the Smash style Pokemon game is Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
strictly
like
for
in
Pokemon
that
or
style, but just all Pokemon characters rather than Nintendo characters.
Because there's basically a whole item dependent on Pokemon. Step up your game, Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Could we get a Pokemon action game? I would want that.
Pokemon horror game.
No, like Devil May Cry, but just Pokemon. I would be very happy to try that.
That'd be pretty fun.
Can we
Pokemon
get like
Hang
a
Up, yeah, that'd be pretty
open
fun.
world Pokemon game for the Wii? That would move some units. And they bring Pokemon over to the Wii U, like an open world style adventure, like they have for the 3DS.
Yes, I've been wanting that for years.
Yeah, if, a Pokemon game on console, like, why isn't that a thing? Given that Pokemon kind of
Wait, like
makes
console.
Nintendo. Or is one of the things that makes Nintendo. But, they talk about this thing, like, being like a casual player, and they just wanted to make this fun for like everyone, whether you're like hardcore into fighting games or if you're, a little bit into Pokemon or whatever, or even if you're just a casual player, they just wanted to make this particular fighting game for everyone and anyone and everyone. And, I like that.
Sorry, you can go first.
Kevin? Or, I don't know who was talking.
I don't have anything to tell. I just played one Pokemon game, so I won't know.
Because
Oh, Kevin.
what was I thinking about? Crap.
Oh, oops, wrong thing.
Oh, and now I remember what I was thinking of. Because I personally think it's a little hard to make a fighting game appeal towards both casuals and the competitive side. I think personally Tekken somewhat does that, and Mortal Kombat does it, but pretty poorly since we got stuff like easy fatalities. But it's hard. I definitely see what they're trying to go for, but in the same time, it's going to be very difficult for them to measure out casual and hardcore people. Because like a game like one of my favorite fighting games is Skullgirls, but that's a game that's really, really hard to get into because
That is true. I could agree with that. It's really hard to get the controls down. At least for me personally.
there's a lot of good things and it's like a great fighter. Like the tutorial is awesome and I give them props for that. But it's like once you get online, you're just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Boom, and then they already scored a double perfect on you.
Yeah. I think they could do it where it's like based on your win-loss ratio and how effectively are you playing. Like if you got say you got 2 hits on this guy, but you pretty much lost both rounds. So in that sense, you should be paired up against this person or that person who's been losing quite often, or is at that same level as you.
Isn't that basically ranked match or?
I think that would be player match. I could be mistaken.
No, ranked.
Yeah.
It's probably ranked.
Because that's mostly with ranked matches, so that's how it works.
Yeah, so I mean, either or. It's I guess that's how they could potentially do it, or I don't know, because I'm not really into fighting games, but this did pique my interest to some extent.
The only other thing I'm worried about is Nintendo handling this is basically how Splatoon didn't have a lot of things that most multiplayer games don't have voice chat and messaging and stuff. That's the other thing I'm kind of a little worried about with this one. I don't know.
Well, Namco is running the project, so I'm sure they will go out the way to do those projects,
Good
Mhm.
point.
do those things that Nintendo
Yeah.
wouldn't.
It is the same team that handles the Tekken games, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so I'm sure that they'll be able to handle this properly. Like they have a lot of experience with, Tekken 6 and now 7 coming out, and also the tag tournament. So, I think this should be fine in terms of online play. But, that concern being said, let's keep an eye out on that one, for sure. But I guess we can move on to our next topic, and that would have to be concerning. What is that like?
Capcom.
Yeah, I guess. Do you guys want to talk about Capcom? We can talk about Capcom. Capcom!
He hasn't been doing that before.
Bullshit. You can never get enough of heaven.
No.
Do you like Monster Hunter?
We have a shit ton of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, what the hell?
A Resident Evil game that people didn't play back on GameCube. And
Street Fighter V.
Fighter 4.5.
That was legit though.
That's not everything on their list, though. They haven't shown off the other stuff.
Yeah, this is all the stuff that they've already had announced. That's what they're bringing over. So for those of you that are confused as to what this actually is, this is just the lineup that they have of announced games. So you could potentially see the Resident Evil 2 remake via CGI trailer there, or the Umbrella Chronicle game that they recently had a patent for.
Right.
We could potentially see a Devil May Cry 5 there, whether it be a beta trailer like we had for Devil May Cry 4, or an actual CGI trailer like the RE2 remake trailer.
Wait, you mean like DMC4? Like, you mean like DMC4? Trailer. If you mean like ugly Dante, or
ugly Dante, the one that kind of looks like DMC2 Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah. that particular Dante, like I feel like they could do it like that. Even if it's not there for the public to see, we could potentially, there could be some news about it behind closed doors. But generally speaking, Devil May Cry has always been announced at a Tokyo Game Show, so I think we can see that there.
Even the reboot.
Yeah, the reboot wasn't. Yeah.
I don't know how many boos were there.
Yeah. I wanna know how confused people were looking at like what the fuck is this? Like who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, because they said, "Oh, new DMC." Everyone's like, "Yes, finally DMC5." Then everyone's like, "What?"
Dead silence. Yeah.
That was the first time.
Yeah.
Because when the TGS 2010 trailer popped up, that was the second time in my life I heard of Devil May Cry. Because I think I told you this earlier. Because I heard about the first time I saw Devil May Cry was when friends of mine were playing some DMC3, and I was like, oh my god, that looks way too hard for me, because I was a little babby at the time. But the second time I heard it was DMC, the trailer, the TGS trailer. I was like, and my literal reaction was like, wait, what? Wait, what? What are you doing?
Like a big question mark on your face.
What are you doing?
Just insert Sanctus here. What have you done?
Yeah. So I mean, that's a potential thing. I have a strong, other than Resident Evil, I'm sorry, not Resident Evil, other than Devil May Cry 5 potentially being announced, I have a really strong feeling we'll see a CG trailer for RE2. If not that, the Umbrella Chronicle game that they recently...
Corporation.
Yeah. Or Umbrella Corps, yeah. So, it's like... As far as that game is concerned, I have a feeling it's going to be another Operation Raccoon City, but maybe good. You know, like I know that's a weird thing to say, but like I even made a joke about this. Like, you know, we had Resident Evil 6, Revelations, and Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City announced all at the same time. Capcom might be doing the same thing where they have, we have Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster, we have Resident Evil 2 Remake, and now we have Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. Out of those three, we might have a good HD Remaster, maybe a decent Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and a really shit side game. You know, that's like what I'm expecting out of this.
And for stuff like, I think for Street Fighter V, you'll probably get like 1 or 2 new characters revealed. We'll get like 1 or 2 new characters revealed for it. Like maybe a returning character and an all-new character.
According to this, it's saying there's going to be a playable demo, I guess. I guess that's what it means by playable.
Probably a better
that in
build.
live stream. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
The only thing that will get me interested in Street Fighter V is that they bring back Q.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's a very highly requested character. Q and Alex.
And
Those two
Sean.
characters.
Yes.
Sean as well, I believe.
Who's John?
No, Sean from
Sean.
Third
Third
Strike.
Strike.
Yeah, and then good.
I was just gonna say the Dan that's actually better than Dan. I personally think.
Wait. Oh wow! It's a shame that Dan's so bad that a character that has like little to no training with a Shoto, Sean and what's her name, Sakura, are better than him. It's pathetic.
3 Monster
Okay.
Hunter games for the 3DS.
4.
Holy shit, they get.
Oh wait, yeah,
screwed.
no, three Monster Hunter games for 3DS. These are separate games, right?
I don't know.
Or are these
Stories,
just
X, Poka Poka, Aria Village. They all seem separate.
Monster Hunter tends to do pretty well with people. Like I know a friend who's crazy about Monster Hunter. I think he even just bought the 3DS just for Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I told you it's religion.
Yeah.
I have nothing against
I'm not
Monster
saying
Hunter, but
Monster
Jesus
Hunter.
Christ.
Yeah, I have no
You know, like Capcom pretty much survived on Monster Hunter, not
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, but like that's what kept them going. So it's no brainer that they would keep, you know, pushing Monster Hunter right now.
I do want to get into it, but it's most that you probably I have to get a 3DS to get and probably get 4 Ultimates. So.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get a 3DS just for Project Cross Zone.
Mm.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend getting an XL though if you're gonna play Project Cross Zone, because like that game just does not feel comfortable on that small original 3DS. It's just way too small for that.
Or the
So get
2DS.
a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you got big hands like me, it's just not happening.
Big hands though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And you know, I don't know if I've mentioned this before because, you know, Capcom said, "Oh, hey, we want to do more HD remasters. Do a Monster Hunter HD remaster of the original Monster Hunter." I'm sure people would jump on board for that one. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Monster Hunter seems like their Call of Duty franchise to me.
Yeah, I agree with
But
that
it's
one.
good.
Yeah, yes.
Well, yeah, that's the only difference. That it's good.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And also, speaking of HD remasters, what other games should they remaster if they can?
Onimusha.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. They won't do it, and they're like, "Well, it's too hard. It's too complicated. We can't do it." You know.
Yeah, like
God Hand.
DMC4 getting physical copies is complicated. No one bought that either.
You know, as far as I'm concerned with that, like, and they could, you know, that's another game we can talk about. They could always announce a new Onimusha, which I highly doubt they will, just because the last time we saw an Onimusha game, we got an online card game.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck Soul.
And they had
But,
the
you know,
really
like-
bad Smash Brothers game.
Oh, What was it? Blade Warriors or Blade?
Yeah, that game was something.
Yeah, it's got a good soundtrack. That's the one thing I can never fault it for, but just.
And
Didn't
But
like the
Pachinko machine.
yeah, we're probably just gonna get into the petching. We're probably gonna just get an Onimusha Pachinko machine.
Oh, what is this Konami now? Just like as far as that's concerned, like an HD remake, and this is like before we move on and stop talking about this because I don't think there's really much we can talk about it as far as this lineup goes. They could always announce an HD remake, and hell, they can go about it in a similar fashion to the Silent Hill HD collection, just not as bad. Like don't fuck up the textures,
Don't use an earlier version of the game.
Yeah.
Exactly. Don't use beta code.
Yeah, like don't screw it up like that. Just change the voice actors and the slightly alter the faces, and I'd be fine with it as long as the gameplay is still the same and the visuals look good and all the sound design has been redone to look proper. And Capcom is more than capable of doing it. We've seen with the Resident Evil HD remaster how well that did and how well that game looks and sounds.
And there's still people playing that today, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did Leon have the same VA in 4 as he does in 6? Or has it changed?
I think so.
I think.
I can look
like,
it up.
I would like it if they kept RE4 Leon personally. Like, his voice actor is better to me.
Yeah, I am so sorry. My dog is being annoying. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
I can. Slightly.
Slightly, okay. And I know
They
the one
changed
thing.
it. They changed it for Paul Mercier was for RE4 and Matthew Mercer was for Resi 6.
Are they
Paul needs to
related?
come back.
Because I know Matthew Mercer is basically he's a fine voice actor, but he's basically the discount Troy Baker.
Yeah.
No offense to him, he's a great guy. He's a great guy, but basically if you hear Troy Baker in an anime, if you think you hear Troy Baker in like a really not known anime, it's probably Mercer.
Did he do kanji?
Yeah, both of them did kanji actually.
Because I know Troy Baker's kanji's OG voice actor, which I prefer him more, but Matthew's a pretty good substitute.
Okay, I don't know why they put a yes or no option for people who want to watch the podcast. It's like this is weird, or live stream via Google Hangout. I was gonna say, what they really need to do is give Leon and Dante costumes of each other. They've been sharing the same character model since 4, or the original Devil May Cry and Resident Evil 4.
Oh yeah, good point.
Hey, Dom, your dog's getting out of control.
I know, my dog is insane.
It's hype.
It is insane. I guess we can move on to this next thing with Nintendo, going back on them again with this new patent that they've filed. So why don't we get started with that? So people were assuming this is the NX. I don't know if this is the NX though.
I would assume so, considering.
Yeah, but no disk drive.
Ooh.
Xbox all over again.
Oh, shoot.
That's gonna kill a lot of sales if they do that.
Wait.
Yeah.
I want to make the argument that maybe this is taking SD cards.
Probably or cartridge based or.
That's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Oh, why would it take cartridge space though?
Yeah.
Cool,
hurt them.
okay.
Last time they did that, it actually hurt them more than help.
I think as far as like an SD card goes, it's fine because it's more compact in my opinion, and that actually kind of makes a lot more sense given that you've got SD cards that can hold up to like 500 gigs now.
That is true, but those SD cards can be very expensive.
Yeah, that is true, but like as far as like that's concerned, using an SD card for a game, I don't think that's like impossible to do, and I don't think that's a bad decision if they decide to do something like that for this new console.
Yeah, that is true. Because like I know Project M is the mod for a brawl to make it more like Melee. You get it on you just get it on a SD card. You put it on. So that's also a possibility. It could be also a prototype too. Oh wait, they filed it. Never mind.
Yeah. It's
They could sell it with amiibos.
Oh my god, they would.
But probably.
never forget the
Amiibo
Great
apocalypse.
Amiibo heist.
That was one of the dumbest things I've ever read in my life.
I know.
Fucking Mario the Plumber, man.
That needs to be a Grand Theft Auto now.
Should be a heist in Grand Theft Auto.
Steal a bunch of figurines.
And then sell them to eBay for a bunch of dollars.
No one's buying these overinflated priced figurines.
Yeah.
There are people that buy it. They wouldn't sell it if there were. Well,
Yeah.
that's the sad part.
That should give Nintendo the message, though, that people don't like digital as much. They like collecting things.
That is true.
Yeah.
Especially a Nintendo fan base.
Yeah, for sure. There's as far as like Nintendo is concerned, there's like a huge fan base, and it's very understandable why people get excited and they want to collect that stuff because Nintendo has a certain value to it, in the sense that it's Nintendo. Everyone knows who it is.
They've survived like they've basically been in like a lot of console wars. So.
Yeah, and losing 2 of them. No, wait, 4 of them actually.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of wish Sega was still in the game. That would be some hype.
Yeah, until Sony killed them.
Sad face.
It is kind of sad because I personally think the Dreamcast was a pretty awesome console.
Yeah, it was a little underpowered, but at the time it was pretty powerful, quote unquote.
Great console, shitty controller though. I really hate that D-pad on that controller. Like,
I hate the one analog stick.
The N64 controller is Ebola. End of story. Well, how do you even hold that thing?
It was just designed for Super Mario 64. That's it.
That's
why it
all
looks
you
like an
know.
M.
It's like, okay, there's like a third handle here. It's like, what is this supposed to be? Am I supposed to like dock this on myself? Is this a controller specifically made for one gender to just dock it in, in between their legs? Because that's what it seems like, Nintendo. Nintendo and their controllers. I think, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I think they should have just stuck with the GameCube controller.
The Wavebird.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or even the Pro controller that they have, yeah.
Oh, go on.
I'm not a big fan of the Pro controller for the Wii.
Which one are we talking about? The one that looks like the 360, or the one that's like that one? I was referring to the other one, the one that's a little more rounded shaped, sort of. It looks weird. It looks better. It doesn't look like a 360 controller. That's all I can say. But it looks weird,
Yeah, but that Wii U gamepad though.
How would you play Bayonetta on that thing? I tried. It's not happening.
It's just cause my neighbor has a Wii U, it used to be neighbor because they kind of moved, but at time cause he was always playing on the Wii U and he would always look at the gamepad and I would be always looking at the TV. But then I would be tempted to look at the gamepad, and then it's like, oh wait, my neck.
Yeah.
And that would be painful for Star Fox Zero.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's a good topic we can bring up. What controller is this new console going to have? I mean, as not having a physical or a disc port for that specific console is one worry because we don't know if it's going to take like an SD card or something, or just physical games in general,
Or just digital. Oh wait.
Yeah. Is it gonna be like the Ouya? Like, please, I hope not.
Oh.
Just no.
Or the original X-Bone.
Yeah.
More like, oh no.
Or is this going to, like, that's one thing, but then we have the controller, because that's the one thing I feel like Nintendo's always had a problem, and that's why I've never really liked Nintendo controllers outside of, like, the GameCube controller.
That's the weak point. Controllers.
No, it was a pretty good controller. The Wiimote and Nunchuck were alright. They just
It's a gimmick.
Yeah, it's just a gimmick, though.
That gimmick soon killed him.
Yep, for sure. Hey, let's all run out and buy a Wii when there's like 2 other powerful consoles in the market.
I already know what's gonna happen to the NX if there's no physical anything. People are gonna bitch like crazy. Then they're gonna make another version of the NX that has the drive. That's what's gonna happen.
Probably.
If they don't have anything physical.
I think that's how things should be done. If because there is a market for people who want to just do digital only, even though it's been proven that digital only isn't necessarily good for the environment. Apparently,
It only works for stuff like PCs, I think.
Yeah, I think that might be an option in the future where they have 2 different versions. Here's the digital version. Here's the one with the disc port or SD card drive or whatever.
Wouldn't that be redundant though?
Yes and no, in the sense that you could probably charge more for the one that takes physical games.
That could kill sales. That could possibly kill sales, though.
Yeah, like
It depends on the pricing. Yeah, for sure.
Make it $600 again.
Oh God, no, not that again.
That actually reminds me, one of the things that could be an issue with Nintendo, because if we're going back to like the consoles that came out around the same time the Wii came out, resolution and the power of the console. I would hope that this console, if it wants to beat the competition, hey, be like, yo, we got 4K gaming. We got powerful hardware.
No, they're not going to. This is Nintendo we're talking about.
No, there's no 4K.
Do it. But if they wanted to be better and outshine the competition, they need better resolution. But they're going to jump on 1080p when it's too late,
Or just have games.
Now, 2K is more understandable. 4K is a little much because that would probably raise the price up a little too much.
I just find it unnecessary.
It is
beyond 1080.
It is. It isn't. It depends on how you look at it. There's really nothing like outstanding when it comes to 4K because it's just slightly sharper and colors and textures look a little bit more, vibrant.
That's not worth the price hike.
Nope.
Yeah, but
Didn't they render? I was just thinking of 4K. Didn't they render the Okami HD in 4K and then just size it down to 1080p or something? No, 720p or something.
Does it?
What?
I think they did. Don't quote me on this, but I think they did.
I wouldn't know. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think Capcom, as far as like HD collections go on PS3, they would always have them on 720p.
Okami HD was not just a standard upscaling; it actually renders a native 1080p with an internal resolution, as my friend noted, of nearly 4K.
That's interesting. Alright.
Hey, guys, I got some breaking news here.
What happened?
What's up?
You know that Pokemon World Championship?
Yeah, what about
Apparently, the police stopped 2 guys with a lot of guns, and just from these guns, they plan on doing a massacre.
Oh,
Holy
jeez.
shit. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
This like just
Yeah,
happened.
like just happened. Like shotgun, assault rifle, hunting rifles, and 250 pounds of ammo.
This is why I
these
don't
guys-
go to these events, man. I would go, but Jesus.
Oh, jeez. Boston police foil potential massacre at Pokemon.
Did you link this?
Yeah, link this, please.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
looked.
hold
I
on,
just looked
there
up
we go.
Pokemon on Google and just bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an impromptu topic.
Yeah, this is being added in. It has to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yep. All right, there we go. I'll open it and then we can have a discussion on that, I guess, since we were just talking about this, but not
Yeah, these
necessarily.
guys not playing.
Holy shit, what are they playing? This is real life Call of Duty? All those attachments? What is this?
Who are these two guys? Are these the ones?
Just two men from Iowa. Yeah, took a bunch of guns with boasting about a killing competition on Facebook. Well, okay, well that's how they got caught, was because they went on fucking Facebook.
How are people this fucking stupid? Holy shit.
Arthur
Yeah.
Chu. This ends tonight.
Arthur Chu? Oh,
Arthur
and then hates him.
Racist prick. I mean, like, who wouldn't?
This ends tonight. I still laugh at that.
And you know, you wouldn't think like for a Pokemon event, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
like
If a
that's the
Pokemon
last thing
event-
you would expect at a Pokemon event. That's just like mind-boggling.
It could be that those guys probably just want attention.
Yeah. This
Are
is
those guns even real?
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That's the question. Are those guns even real?
Apparently, they were.
Oh.
They have
Yeah.
they had 250 rounds of ammunition. I don't know if that's if they just mean ammunition or if it was actually live ammunition, but you know, whatever. These are the two people.
Why
Yeah,
did they
that's
do
why
that?
I'm a little. These guys were going to do that.
Yeah.
Hold up, Fatty Boombalati over there was gonna do a massacre.
Yeah, and this.
Yeah, I
18-year-old
don't see that going well.
Yeah, an 18-year-old kid.
This kid right here, he looks like you probably would have, like, you know, he would have gotten bullied in school or something just because of that haircut, but...
Oh, the fat guy.
Poor kiddo.
Yeah, no, I'm not, yeah, I'm not, well, both of them, but, I mean, it's like, dude, come on. Like, get over yourself. Go do something productive with your life instead of
Go
trying
play
to
a
make friends.
Pokemon game or something.
Yes, murder Pokemon.
Yeah, go play a Pokemon game.
Man, this is fucked up. Not. Wow. Not even a Pokemon.
That's it? Wait.
From,
They're arrested, right? But are they getting...
Yeah, they're arrested.
What they get?
Okay, so they're just being slapped with a no trespass order.
Are you serious?
I would have took them to jail for, you know, attempted massacre, if that's even a thing on the list.
That's
Attempted
probably-
murder, yeah.
Yeah, but
Murder would apply to me like one or two people. Massacre,
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of people that tournament. That would be mass murder.
Mm-hmm. This is like too light of a charge, and this just goes to show you how bad our justice system is.
At least it's not Finland.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or Sweden.
I don't know how to think about this because this looks so stupid. Looks more like two guys trying to look tough, just to make a show.
Right,
But
right.
when you mention the ammunition, that's what I have two minds on this. I can't decide whether this was just a prank by two stupid guys or just they were completely insane and were going to kill everyone.
To me, it kind of feels like a prank too.
Yeah, like the one who was swatted, if you remember.
Oh yeah, that guy pulled a swatting prank on himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone. It feels like this is the trend now.
Yeah, this is good trend.
That's why I can't seem to believe this very much.
Mm-hmm.
This is what trolling has turned into, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And
I hope not. That's just not, you know, that's not right. Like, it's just it's a thing, and it's one.
I
It's
read, if you read the chat, what they wrote before they came to the competition, it looks like a complete troll. Yeah, with a killing competition.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again? You got cut out.
Yeah, they were commenting about it coming to the championship with a killing competition. It feels more like a troll. Maybe this news article is just rushing the gun a bit here. Maybe this was planned.
Yeah, potentially a rush thing.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Now that that's out of the way, I guess we can talk about that Kickstarter that Brandon brought up. Grip, I think it was. Let me pull that up really quick.
Grip?
Yeah. I have to pull it up really quick, but you guys can just kind of keep this going. I'm being weird about this.
Who's your waifu?
Always the best. Always the best icebreaker question.
That's a hard.
Hey Brandon, can you get me the Grip Kickstarter page, because I know you had the link to it.
Is this like a new game or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon wanted to talk about it.
New game or what's it called? Spiritual successor.
What's it called again? Hold on.
Grip, intense futuristic combat racer.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Is okay.
If you played Blur, if you played Blur.
Okay,
when I first saw this, I was like, oh, this kind of looks like Mad Max, and then it looked a little bit different. I'm not gonna play the video. I'm just gonna leave the page up.
Okay.
But Brandon, since you wanted to talk about it, I'll let you take the mic.
Oh, well, and also I don't know what much to say because I was given this by Undead. He asked me to bring it up here, and I'm gonna say it did look interesting. So I just want to say, if you guys like what you see here, just go ahead and give your support because right now it's not doing so well.
That sucks.
Yeah. Let's see how much it has now. It has $113. I'm just kidding. $113,000 in the in Kickstarter. It needs over 5,000, I believe. 500,000.
500,000, yeah.
This looks really good, actually. I'm surprised it's not doing that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'm interested, but I don't know if I want to pledge anything to it. Personally.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe people are getting more cautious about Kickstarter since the whole thing is Inafune.
Wasn't there that?
Oh, hey. Go ahead.
Wasn't there that one other Kickstarter? I think it was it Beast? Was it Beast Wars? What was that one?
Beast Fury.
Beast Fury. Yeah. Anyone know what happened to that?
That game got stomped because the guy was a fucking scam artist.
Oh yeah. I heard. I didn't know it got stomped, but I heard it was an ass.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I think Event did a video on that. If you check that out at some point.
Yeah, I did see it. I just didn't know what actually happened to it.
Oh yeah, it's dead. Shoot.
It just, to me, sorry, we're kind of getting a little off topic, but it's for that game. It just felt like that guy just wanted to do had the Skullgirls mentality of an indie fighting game. He's like, oh, if Mike Z can do it, then I can do it. And that's not a bad mentality to have, but at the same time, you can go pretty AWOL with it.
Yeah. I didn't know Skullgirls was an indie title.
Yeah. I think he pulled a DSP and kept pocketing the money or something like that.
But yeah, this is a thing. So if anybody wants to support it, you can. And now we can move on to your topics, Sonic Kick. So
okay.
yeah, so I know you wanted to bring these up. The last two podcasts you weren't able to make it in unfortunately, but now we can bring that stuff up.
Okay. I guess you want to start with Honeycam if you don't want to show the trailer or nah. Because there's a green light page for it.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we can show off the videos. We can add them in the playlist and on the YouTube app, and we can just screen share while we talk about it.
Oh, okay. So add videos.
Yeah, you can just drop in the link, and it'll automatically once you hit the
Play, you mean like that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
I like how they put that little trigger warning at the beginning.
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to stop that. Hold on.
Hasn't Markiplier been playing this now I think about it?
Yes, he's been playing the first one. Yes.
Oh, whoops.
It looks.
This looks like Western Waifu Simulator.
That's basically the first game kind of was, except Japanese, somewhat like Americans take on Japanese.
And what is this exactly though? Outside of the waifu sim.
It's kind of like a spin-off to Honey Pop, like kind of like because Honey Pot was basically saying, hey, we're having a new game coming out, so they were gonna announce it and we're gonna show some pre-alpha footage. But one thing I think over the past weeks, there's been people saying, hey, the art style doesn't I'd rather have the art style more reach Honey Pop, like the original, because that was like a more of a Japanese type one, art style. So that's also going to do that thing too with it. This is because I'm sorry I'm kind of going off, but Honey Pop was basically kind of like their take on the Candy Crush type games, because there's
Okay.
And I think this is they're going to be kind of on their take on Tycoons type stuff. So I can't wait for it. It definitely looks funny. It looks funny. I also hope Aiko's in the game. She better be in the freaking game.
I saw that in the background.
Aiko's
It's $400, ask $300.
Aiko was the white-haired girl, right? The blue-haired girl.
Aiko from Honey Pop, I meant.
Yeah.
Aiko was from she was the Asian.
The teacher.
Yes, the teacher.
Yeah.
Kevin's interested in this.
Kevin has a waifu scouter.
My waifu scouter is on the charts.
It's over 9,001.
I think there's also I think you saw this, Dom. There's also I think there was some Destructoid SJW who's basically saying, oh yeah, they announced a sequel to the game, and everyone else was like, no, I'm actually kind of excited for this. You shut up.
Yeah, I
No
think
one
I did.
likes SJWs.
It's like I think somebody said it best, or and even if they didn't, I'm saying it now. So please quote me on this. It's like, hey, let's complain about something that people actually like. That no one has ever had a problem with, or even if they did, they were already bodied when it came to that. Like we saw Doom and Fallout 4. It's like.
Oh,
when Anita Sarkeesian was talking crap about this, and then it was like, were you not
Everyone
here
shot her
attention
down.
to,
She's irrelevant.
what's his face? Jack Thompson when he was talking shit about Doom?
Exactly.
So it's the same principle here, It's like, it's so ridiculous.
And even then, they don't take that into consideration, because I remember I think Anita was saying oh, why you compare me? I don't complain about violence in video games. I'm not Jack Thompson, when you clearly were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she
Actually,
said,
a Doom dev told her to shut up.
Did they?
Yeah. Said,
Yeah.
Dear Miss Anita Sarkeesian, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it was on Twitter, I think.
I honestly feel to be honest, Gamergate actually helps games somewhat sell more if they're on the other side, not the SJW side, but because Cause like I heard that Mark Kern, like I think he went Gamergate, and I'm like, wait a minute, and he's like from Deus Ex, and I'm like, I heard Deus Ex was a good game. Should I pick it up? I literally texted my friend after that.
I've tried a little bit of, I think it was Human Revolution on PS3 when it was for free on PlayStation Plus. I enjoyed it. It gets you really thinking. So it's like if you're not good at those types of games, they're not really,
Yeah, that game
you're
is
not
hard.
going to be good at. Yeah,
I
good
beat
at
it,
it.
but it took me a long time. That game is definitely not easy to jump into.
Mhm.
That game's. I played it a little bit though. It kind of put me to sleep. I wasn't all that into it. Maybe because I wasn't playing at the right time, or I wasn't really want to play it. But I guess someday I'd try it again before the new one come out. Keep Mankind Divided. But that game does look pretty good so far.
Mhm.
Have you guys seen the Twitter post when Deus Ex was responding to when they revealed Call of Duty Black Ops 3?
No, I didn't actually.
No.
Oh, you gotta see it. Hold on. I don't have it bookmarked, but I can definitely look it up.
You stole my mechanics.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
It's bugged.
Yeah, that's another thing. I guess we can talk about that a little bit before we move on to the other two topics you wanted to bring up later on. The Call of Duty 3 Black Ops or Call of Duty 3. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta. Myself and James played it. I enjoyed it a little bit. It was okay.
Dom had fun, but he doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, I had fun with it. It's just that it was like, hey, those other games and those other things from either TV shows or movies or even anime. It's all in there.
Even
Got that
anime?
Ghost in the Shell vibe. I've never really watched Ghost in the Shell, but I've seen a bit of the new game that Ghost in the Shell is getting.
You can get the themes.
Wait, Ghost in the Shell's getting a new game?
Yeah, it's Japan only though, apparently.
It's a PC
Damn it.
MMO.
But yeah,
That might be the greatest picture in the history of the universe.
Right?
No,
Yeah,
no,
right here.
what I just found is funny. Look at this guy's Twitter pic. I know this is off subject.
Hold on.
My quality content.
This is weird.
If the audience is wondering, making fun of Phil, of course.
Of course.
That's becoming like our pastime.
I've been making fun of DMC. Always a great pastime.
My favorite.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. What were you saying?
Hold on. I'll post it in the chat.
As far as the Black Ops 3 beta goes, I enjoyed it. And this is coming from somebody who hasn't played a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 1.
I haven't played a Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 1.
Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare?
Yep.
For what me and Dom played, yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's a lot better than the shit they've been sloshing out, like Ghosts. I don't think anyone wants to mention Ghosts.
I heard it wasn't that good, even to fans of the series.
Yeah, a lot of fans didn't like it at all.
Yeah, that mostly.
But that dog, though.
That dog, though. That realistic. That fish AI, though.
Yeah, I remember that.
The arm hair,
Fucking
though.
Fish AI.
Okay, I'm gonna give this guy a follow. Reggie thinks so.
What is this?
Present it to everyone, I guess, if you want.
Reggie. This isn't actually Reggie Fils-Aimé's account, is it?
I wish it was.
I wish it was too now.
That would be something right there. just all of this account.
He has the 3 things you need to be successful, though: air horn, sunglasses, and dew.
We're doing this live.
Yes,
Do it
we are.
live.
We're doing it live.
But yeah, we can move on to the other topics you had.
The Guilty Gear one?
Yeah,
Guilty Gear.
Guilty
Oh,
Gear.
yeah,
Or, I forget the other one that you had too. You had
And the Indivisible one.
Yeah, either or, whichever one you want to go with first.
I guess it's Guilty Gear?
Yeah, I again either or. I'm indifferent personally, whichever one you feel as though is more important.
Is this for Revelator?
Oh yeah, new character.
Sorry about the mute.
Oh, it is for Revelator. Hype time.
Yeah, the new character, right?
Yeah, there's a new character. Yeah, it showed toward the end.
I just wanted Johnny.
Johnny Navash.
No, Johnny.
Johnny Bravo.
If we got Johnny Bravo in Guilty Gear, that'd be pretty funny and great.
Yeah.
That man.
That. Oh my God, that man.
Yep.
Nice name, that man.
I just call him that guy.
That
Yeah,
dude.
That horn though.
As a horn, are you happy to see me?
Okay, guys, get hype. Turn up your volume. I'm serious.
Oh dear.
This is another MLG thing. I swear to God.
That's lagging a bit here.
Oh,
That's fine for me.
Sad face.
this music though.
Yeah, it's pretty hype.
If I had long hair, I would swing it back and forth.
Evelyn actually got a new appearance.
Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys can pause. Can I pause it? Oh.
Them tits though.
Oh, there we go. It's going slowly.
Johnny.
Yes, Johnny.
Finally have a Yaijutsu user.
Jacko actually, I think, looks pretty cool too.
Hmm. Yeah, I played a little bit of Guilty Gear when they had it for free on the demo for free on PS Plus, and I enjoyed it. And I'm not into fighting games, but I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this music's so hype. I'm gonna hear it again.
I've listened to it like 500 times.
Yeah, I'm seeing just one still image because for whatever reason I guess I'm lagging right now.
Oh, Jam's back. I forgot about Jam.
Yep.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna get out of this app, but if somebody wants to screen share it for me really quick while we talk about this, because apparently I can't watch it at all.
Sorry, I can't hear you from the hype.
Sad face. Wait, no. Did my internet drop? I hope my internet didn't just drop.
We can still hear you, but
It says
Dom's falling out of existence really slow. Dom, you can still hear us, right? Okay. there
what
we go.
happened?
wait,
dumb.
Your internet just had on you.
Holy shit!
there's two of them. Which one's the real Dom?
Yeah, there's two of you. There's the one that was screen sharing, and now there's you.
There's two of them there. Which one's the real Dom?
Imposter.
It's a shadow, the true self.
There's Doppelganger.
Oh, fuck you, man. I was gonna take that joke.
Oh,
Hey,
okay. That's Huh. Okay, we can deal with the second me, I guess.
No, one dome is enough for me.
Okay, let's.
Tom, one of you is fine, but two's a crowd.
Like,
Okay, I see how it is. Banning everybody now. Oh, now it kicked me out. There we go.
Dom, you left.
I'm still here. Okay, do you mind if I play it back? Because unfortunately it was kind of like lagging for no reason, and then...
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
We can
guys.
we can get the music again. We can listen to the music again.
Yeah, grab your shades, Doritos, and your do. We're about to get hype in here.
Yeah. Where's Doritos Pope when you need him?
Right. Let's get to the music.
So is this like an actual cutscene in the game, or is this like...
Yeah.
It
These are
should
like
be.
cutscenes.
Because this is the arcade opening, and I guess they're trying to show some story before then.
Mm-hmm.
Joke's on us, we can't read Japanese.
Yeah.
We can understand Jack O and Efflet, but other than that...
Yeah.
But where's my biking?
Yeah, good point. I also want biking too.
I never played Guilty Gear before, so I'm missing out.
Somewhat, yeah.
I played
It's
Blaze
hype.
Blue this summer. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, Guilty Gear. I personally think Guilty Gear is much better than Blaze Blue.
I get that a lot.
I like them both, but I like Guilty Gear a little more.
Yeah, I forget how good this game looks, and this is on Unreal 3.
Yeah, yeah. Unlike a certain other developer.
They were going for realistic look for the game.
Yeah, the art design in this game looks really good, and I've never played any of the Guilty Gear games outside of just the demo for XRD.
Because, like, X2 was mostly just... X2 was mostly, like, it was kind of like hand-drawn 2D sprites somewhat.
Yeah.
So they just kind of shifted to, like, what Street Fighter 4 would do.
Mm-hmm. Come out with multiple editions.
That's my big worry about the XR.
Mm-hmm.
My only complaint about XR so far is the multiple DLCs. You gotta pay for color swaps.
I hate her voice. I love her
Dude,
design,
that's
but
a
I hate
waifu
her
voice.
I understand that.
That's a waifu voice. What are you talking about?
It's too high
Everybody
pitched.
Welcome to Japan.
That's a really annoying waifu, if that's true. I'm not with you on that.
Uh-uh.
Kevin's just stroking his chin. I like this.
I'm picturing, because I've never seen Kevin's face, so I'm picturing him with like a beard and he's just stroking his beard.
Yeah, it's like
Well, one eyebrow raised.
You know how Cos looks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that.
You have a 5 o'clock shadow, kind of.
Now that he doesn't have hair,
Okay.
a full beard.
Other than
Okay.
sorry, I am hyped for I am kind of hyped for Revelator, but the biggest thing I have with the XR is that it's gonna go to like having a bunch of having so many different versions.
Yeah.
XR
like-
too.
Because the XX had like 7. I think had the Guilty Gear XX basically had like 7 versions.
Mm-hmm.
So 7X's. Interesting.
Because you had
Oh, accent core, right?
yeah, there was Accent Core, then there was Accent Core plus, and then the finale was Accent Core plus R.
Seriously?
Yeah, because Accent Core Reloaded, I think, something like that.
I can pull it up actually.
I have it on my 360, but I don't remember the name of it.
I think Event said it best, like, when they were talking about this particular one, because I remember he did bring it up one time. It's like, did you not see what happened at Capcom and what they did with Street Fighter and how that turned out?
Capcom learned,
became a
thankfully.
4.
Yeah.
They hoarded out.
And I mean, it's fine if they bring out another edition, as long as there's like, hey, if you bought the previous version, you get some kind of free unlock or whatever. Like, it never happens.
Or you get a big discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arxis isn't doing that. You have to pay for the whole game again, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's my biggest gripe with it. It's just like,
that's
come
Arxis
on.
in general. That's not just Guilty Gear. BlazBlue has that problem. Persona, well, no, Persona only doesn't have any other editions. Thank Christ.
They've only had two editions, and I kind of felt like I kind of felt Ultimax kind of worth it. Just like it had a lot more content that I felt Arena was missing. But if they come out with a third version and don't include that much, that's when I'm gonna be pissed.
I think they're done with Persona fighting games now.
Yeah, they're probably done with it, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with them. Just they're probably they may do a Persona. I don't know if they'll do a Persona 5 Arena, which I hope they don't do. But yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
It's
amazing. Go on.
It's amazing they turn an RPG into a fighting game.
Yeah, but basically Persona was basically kind of just JoJo. So then they turned JoJo into a fighting game.
Yeah. So it's interesting information as far as like Guilty Gear and what could potentially happen, and hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah.
The max, the other thing I was going to say, the max, I think that if they're going to have multiple versions, the max should probably be 3.
Yeah.
4 is way too much.
3 is enough. 4 is the curse.
Yeah. I think, and this is just going off of just looking at it from the perspective of, hey, do people want to actually buy the same game more than twice, I think 3 is fine. Just because, I mean, and at that point, you would hope that the final version has the most content in it.
Even so, like, I think, because, like, with BlazBlue, like, and also with Arxis is probably also it's pretty bad with PC, because, like, you notice that a lot of because PC just got Accent Core plus R 2 months ago, and that was that game basically came out 2 years ago, and that was the final version of Guilty Gear XX, and we've had XX #Reloaded for a really long time, and yeah. So we're probably going to get XR, the complete version, in like 2027? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
PC, I meant.
Yeah. I know that, I don't know if you know about this, but I know Arc System Works did like a Sengoku Basara fighting game at one point, but it was also Japan exclusive. And it has this same art style and everything as the Guilty Gear games.
I don't think I've heard of it.
And I'm not into again, like, I'm not into fighting games, and I especially don't care for Sengoku Basara because I always just saw it as a ripoff to Samurai Warriors. That as a fighting game actually looks interesting in on itself, though. But yeah, are you looking for? Weren't you looking for something, or are we good to go on the next topic?
I'm good to go on the next topic, which
All right.
is
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit related to fighting games.
I actually have something related to fighting games, but I think I'll go after Sonic. Okay.
No, Brandon, you can go. You can go. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Undead, which of course everyone here knows who he is, told me that Xenomorph is confirmed for Mortal Kombat X for Combat Pack 2.
Wait,
And
what?
yeah, Xenomorph from the Alien versus Predator series.
Wow.
Or the
Yeah.
Alien franchise, yeah.
In general, yeah. I looked it up myself, and I couldn't find any concrete proof, but there was pictures on Ed Boon's on Twitter, and he could be hinting at a possible cameo of Alien.
This is now AVPX, no longer MKX.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke that's going around.
I guess that kind of makes sense. Because they had Freddy, they had Jason, they had the Predator.
And before Michael Myers.
Yeah, it makes sense. But it's like, again, I think Event said it best. It's like, yo, where's this monster fighting game? Stop putting them in Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's great to see them there, but why can't they have their own fighting game?
I guess because of rights or some other BS reasons, but then again, doesn't Warner Brothers own a distribution that produces the Aliens and Predator movies?
I think
so.
So how's it impossible for them to be in their own fighting game, like for all these monsters and horror figures?
Because Warner Brothers sucks. They do, and they do suck.
Yeah, they do. I won't do that. They do.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
The next thing you're gonna see like a JoJo character in Mortal Kombat X since they own JoJo.
That'd be nice.
That'd be interesting.
Just put in Dio. That's all I ask.
Yes.
Craigasm.
Yeah. Zawardo.
Actually, since we're on the topic of like putting DLC characters into a Mortal Kombat game, I was actually not surprised that Kratos was in the last Mortal Kombat. I don't know if he's in the new one or not, but
Oh no, there's a story behind that for me. And my friend told me that he was in the game. I'm like, no way, stop lying to me. Like, no, I'm serious, man. He wasn't. I didn't believe him until I looked at the trailer myself.
oh yeah, where he comes in and
I picked up the phone and called him. Yeah, just to me, girl. I called my friend like, dude, you were not kidding. He was in the game. Like, I told you he was in the game. I was so shell shocked from that. Like, are you serious? What's he doing in this game?
I mean, it makes sense, In
a way, yeah.
Yeah.
He's there because he could dismember characters, in my opinion. Because he does that in his game all the time. I figured maybe that's why they threw him in. Did MK9 come out when God of War 3 was coming out? Because that could also be why.
I think so. Or at least close.
What's it? When MK9 came out?
I want to say 2010.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Aaron.
Hello, guys. How's it going? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Hello.
We got a few more things to talk about. If you want to talk about your discussion with Tuno towards the end.
That's sure.
Yeah, towards the end, because we got one more topic to cover.
Hopefully my Google Plus doesn't screw up this time. Because the last two times.
Please, Google.
Yeah. So yeah, Anthony, you got one more video to show us, right?
Yeah, it's it's somewhat related to fighting games, but at the same time, not really.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have the link in the chat. I don't see it right now because I just joined again.
All right, I have the. I'll just put it in the chat right now.
Yep. Or, yeah, and then I could just throw it in the YouTube app.
Because I see the ad videos, but I don't know how to put the URL and stuff.
Okay, and There we go. Make sure to unmute yourself.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
This is basically it's just It's basically alpha footage from Lab Zero's new game. You know, the creators of Skullgirls.
Okay.
It's gonna be they're taking it on the RPG genre this time. I think it was like they compared it to I can't remember what it was called. And you probably hear those Skullgirls sound effects there.
Yeah. It's got a very similar art style as far as the character goes, because that's all you can see really here.
Mm-hmm. So remember, they were comparing it to what's the game I was? It was a game on PlayStation 1, an action RPG. That's because like the battling is gonna take. Why can't I not find this?
Are you thinking of more of like a
That's what it was.
Metroidvania style of game?
Huh?
Are you thinking of more of like a Metroidvania style of game?
Yeah, they're going for that too, and like the combat's gonna be kind of like Valkyria Profile. That's what they were saying.
Oh, okay.
So like if anyone else watching, you could, and if you're interested in that kind of stuff, like they're gonna have a Indiegogo actually in September. So if you guys like Skullgirls or just love RPGs, you probably should check it out.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm not really into fighting games. I'm gonna keep bringing that up, but like it looks pretty nice as a side scroller, as it is, you know.
And the soundtrack's pretty like calming. Just yeah, like if they can rock. If I know Mike Z's basically been worked on Skullgirls for basically like 15, 17 years actually, because he started making the engine in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can, I'm pretty sure if Lab Zero just get great at that, they can probably just rock the RPG genre too.
Yeah.
Funny.
Okay. Kos, why don't you end today's podcast with your discussion with Mr. Itsuno?
That exclusive interview.
Exclusive. Okay, so the university I go to, they informed me that he's coming again to visit some of the people's work there, and just like I think after I met him, they told me that he's gonna handpick someone. Sadly, it wasn't me. Not even yet. I'm not worthy yet.
R.I.P.
One day though.
Apparently, someone went with him to work on something. From what I figured from his words, I think it was on Dragon's Dogma. Maybe another one is happening or something. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyways, so I asked you guys that the questions you have. Tell me if so when he comes I can answer it. So the first question I asked was about the Ascendant DT form or the Majin form, and when I talked to him, or his translator rather, he told me that he's planning to bring stuff back from the actually make stuff happen from the art book of DMC4.
Yes.
Now, if he gets the chance to, so he used a big F there.
No.
The thing is that after that question, I asked him about is Virgil gonna be back? Like every Virgil topic I brought up, he had that Dante grin on, like he was happy about it.
Like that one still image you had, that one stream.
Yeah. I forgot to highlight that. Anyways, yeah, he was super excited about Virgil topics. Every time I said something about is Virgil gonna come back? Are you gonna make a Virgil game? Baji to someone. And he was happy about it, and he smiled, and I talked to his translator, and he told me some stuff about he really wants to make a Virgil game. And then like I just lost my shit because I was getting that. But before I
Fangirl
started
mode.
fanboying and everything, I asked the next question, which was about weapons, and I first brought up the scythe just because I had worked on it. I made like a prototype just for Virgil. Screw Dante. Dante has too many weapons already.
Yeah.
And like the scythe idea, he was like meh, but he liked the idea, but he was really meh. Like I think he had the same like reaction I had. Like, what the hell is Virgil gonna do with this? I mean, Yamato pretty much acts like everything.
Mhm.
Doesn't need anything like. Well, the only thing he can do is just a bigger range, which in DMC4 I see that's never a problem for Virgil.
You
Anyway,
just all you do is just match the circle button and
Because
he
did you ask me?
teleports.
Sorry.
When I have bigger radius than what Yamato has.
Yeah,
Like
because
Bigger
ground
than
control.
Yamato? I would be
Yeah,
that's
like
broken.
like yeah, like a complete crowd
because
control, not just no like what Yamato has. Something similar
did you ask him
to
about
had.
Royal Guard?
about what?
Royal
Royal
Guard
Guard.
for Virgin.
A dreadnought? Or wait, what?
Royal Guard.
For
Oh,
Virgin having
Styles?
a
Yeah, I brought that up too. I was like if is Virgil gonna have like a Dante style switching because they're brothers and Virgil did use some like doppelganger and shit like that before, and Royal God especially. So he he hesitated. I think I know why he hesitated. I think it's because it's gonna be way too much work and way too much for the developers and the players to chew on if there's two characters with style switching.
Mhm.
Even if Virgil only
Yeah,
has two,
big
that's still
deal.
gonna be a lot. And what else? Oh, I brought up the sword piercers, as I said. Like
Oh,
don't.
the MA piercers, yeah. They're just like hand piercers that basically go on your fingers and you can spin them around on your hand. But yeah,
He looked at that and he was he never seen something like that before. I mean, I can't blame him.
hmm
I've never seen anything like that before either.
Same.
And he was just like, I think in his brain he was just like chewing up ideas and stuff, see what he can come up with.
yeah,
Next you know, it's like a MMA with like fucking MA or whatever you call it, the piercers with a scythe, like attached or some shit like that. I don't know. If
yeah,
that happens, I already know which people are gonna take credit for that.
yeah. Like maybe like the blade of a scythe, but like ring-based weapons, like that or something of that nature.
Yeah, something like that. Just a combination of stuff.
That could work actually.
And I did ask him about the MC5.
Mhm.
He didn't say
He said
shit.
no.
Obviously, he didn't say anything. Like no reaction, nothing. He just like.
That means yes.
Yeah, his translator just told me he can't talk about anything. He doesn't have anything planned, and like, not that he doesn't have anything planned. It's just like he can't
You
talk
can't say
about it.
anything.
Yeah, he can't say anything about it.
Mhm.
And yeah, I was like, oh, well, that's too bad. What else happened there? Oh yeah, again, I showed them some of the designs I did for Dante's Dreadnought because I actually designed it. I mean, the software I have for designing characters kind of ass, so it's nowhere near empty frameworks. Like nothing near it. But it was looking good. It was still missing color because it's hard enough, and it didn't have wings. He liked it, like he liked it. Actually, he was like, oh, something. He said something not like that, but he was like keeping his cool and stuff. So he looked at it, and he was like, oh, like this is nice. And I was like, well, thank you. And I saw the spark in his eyes, yo. I swear to God. I
The
think he
motivation look.
the margin form happen. If
Mhm.
there's another DMC game in any way, but I think like this is just speculations on my part. But he didn't say if there's a DMC5, but he was continuously talking about like when we talk about Virgil, he was on about it. So what I figured is like next game is gonna be Virgil dedicated.
Yeah, like
I would be okay if it was called DMC5, but it was about Virgil. I could live with that, personally.
I just want a new Devil May Cry game.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
You know, you brought up the Ascended DT and whatnot. Like, what if they decided to do like, oh, hey, this is a Virgil game, and everyone's wanted to see that plus the Ascended DT form. Why don't we put the two together? You know?
That would be too much fan service. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Lady and Trish say hi.
Might have some naked mods in there for Lady and Trish. No, they're perfect.
I went ahead. Oh god.
I'm sorry. I need to stop talking. I keep interrupting people. I need to really stop.
Nah, that's cool. It's like I do that all the time. I remember I think I installed a Bayonetta mod for Trish in DMC4 Special Edition, and I haven't gotten rid of it since. Because it replaced the.
So if someone has a link or pictures of that, send me.
All right, hold on. I'll try.
For academic purposes.
Have you seen the Jetstream Sam mod for Dante?
Wait, what? That exists?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
exists.
have to see
That
this.
was for
It's
writing,
so
too.
good. I'll pull this up, but you know, since that's all, you know, this is pretty much the end of the podcast. Thanks for everyone who stopped by. We'll talk privately here, but yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.